Good morning, my fellow enthusiasts. Seb here, and it is Monday morning, which means it's time for another part in my Banner Saga 2 Let's Play. If you remember the last episode, we actually took control of Bolverk, and he and his mercenary band of ravens decided to leave Rook's caravan, which I personally think was a stupid decision, and venture out on their own. They did take some of our warriors with them. They took Mogan and Ekel, which is fine. I didn't actually use them very much. Oh, they also took Sigford and Bercy. Sigford, I'm kind of sad. Both of them are Varl. Kind of sad to lose Sigbjorn, not Sigford. Sigbjorn, because he was actually really powerful, but Bercy was a piece of trash, so I didn't really care. But now we're going to continue and see what happens. And I'm gonna see how it is with me being here. If it works out, if it doesn't work out, you know what I'm trying to say. Alright, I have 33. Yeah, a lot of people got hurt. Bercy's 5. Let's put up Bach, because Bach was not that as good as I thought he should be. So let's confirm. Let's give you this. Let's give you this. Also, we picked up Bach in the last episode, and I saved some peasants from bandits, and it ended up being that the peasants were bandits as well, and so they tried to steal some supplies, but we kind of said fuck you guys and fought them and killed them. All right, Bercy, piece of trash. Hopefully you're less of a piece of trash. Now that we're gonna upgrade you, upgrade you, upgrade you, upgrade you. Fucking Beyonce. Alright, let's do that. Mogan, you can't be upgraded. Ollie, I've never used. Alright, so let's put Sigbjorn. I put my faith in you, Bercy, you bastard. And kind of like Mogan better, but that's just my crew at the moment. Oh, Bercy can level up again. It's going to cost 13. I don't want to waste too much renown for that, just because I only have 9 days of supplies and I need to get that up. Let us rest. 8 days of supplies. Where are we? Oh, how are we on healing? How many more days do I need? Okay, Bolverk needs 2. Fuck that. I might do 1 more day, but other than that, no. That'll give me a week. Alright, so let's head out. See, that's stupid. It shouldn't just take my supplies at the end of the thing. Whatever. Oh, well, we're right in Bindal anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
The miners of Bindal are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
Yes! Recruit new blades. The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in this mess. Guess old Earnix hasn't forgiven you yet after all. I don't know if no, whatever, fuck it. Shouldn't you have died already? I don't remember the year being much to see here. Keep bringing up Earnix and you'll cough up more than phlegm. Shouldn't you have died already? Spar grunts. Soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountains. Brambles, more like. He squints into the distance. There's bound to be more people from Ormsdaler trying to find a new home in Bindal, Spar says. Crowded towns haven't always been good for us. We're only stopping long enough supplies. Spar glances up at you and snorts. Sounds good, he says. But these ravens are hungry and lonely. Supplies might mean more than food and meat to them. It won't take much to set guards on us. He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and sleep in solitude. Well, then go hunt. Go hunt. And get us more food. Well, at least then we could have rested then for a while. But whatever. Other than these, people are looking for food and home. Well, yeah. Obviously. Valka. Stupid broad. And I'm looking for ale. Is there so much to ask for? It is, Ollie, because you're drunk. And you're throwing your axes around like a crazy person. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work at all. You crazy motherfucker. Is this gonna be like Frostfeller where I'm gonna have to like break in? That would be annoying. That would be annoying. Ooh, excuse me. The snowstorm is worse than ever as you arrive at the walls of the mining town of Bindal. The gates are closed and you beat a fist against them. Open the fane gates, you shout. From the wall, 2 menders look down on you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half-dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points and says, "Just you." Valka steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. "Get back with the others." If she is embarrassed, she doesn't show it, though her voice sounds more harsh as she returns to the other ravens and barks orders. Fine. But he said just you, and I don't want to cause problems. Inside the small gatehouse are the 2 menders from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear and a cub of a man holding a staff. Valka Zephyr. It is the Raven Banner. So it seems. But why here? Why now? Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this blasted storm caught us. Planning to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hold up. I'm gonna get rid of actually my thingy because it's blocking the text and it probably doesn't work out. We brought some people with us. They need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bolverk? Bolverk Bloodaxe? Hold your tongue, Nichols. What do you know about me, boy? I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true your axe handles are made from your own horns? The old mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. Are you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Aberang a while back with most of the fighters to settle the dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bindal west, and we've heard too many rumors of Dredge. More than rumors. We were in Boersgard. Saw Bellower. The immortal Sunder. How did you escape? Immortal was a joke. He's dead. Nichols' eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive. What about the great rift that opened between Boersgard and Ormsdaler? We managed. Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough. Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormsdaler, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild yaks. Fine. We'll camp against the leeward walls. Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter Valka and her assistant can give you. Talk to your people. It was one of your kind that sent us this direction. I'm not aware of another Valka being out this direction. Who has tasked you? Juno. Zephyr steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nikos, you and the guards see what you can do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it, and make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mender nods respectively to Zephyr, and grins at you before leading the guards through the gates. I invite you alone to stay within our walls and enjoy the comforts of a commander. And separate me from the ravens? No. Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary. Maybe, but I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superiors just to get an invitation. My superior? No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Valka known as Juno is dead. Yeah, she's not though. She's not. And if she is dead, She's a ghost, and that just gives us more power, in my opinion. Is his beard growing longer? The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. Oops, didn't mean to zoom in. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. It is a very much more mature look. The Mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. Tell me what you know about the ground shaking. You were there at Irontoft when that giant serpent appeared? It feels pretty similar. But why? What would it be here now? You think it's following us? Ivan shrugs again, but does not meet your eyes. Is there something you're not telling me? The Mender's eyes flash with unexpected anger. I'll tell you what you need to know, and nothing more. Are we clear? Before you can respond, Ivan sags a bit and grips his staff for support. I apologize. It seems I haven't fully recovered. Excuse me. You try to figure out what that was all about as he walks away. Well, it's all about they're leaving you in the dark, Rook. Look at all that Varl. A scout runs up to you. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention from the caravan. The bound woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards when you arrive and ask, "What's going on here?" "This here's a witch," one guard says. "Plaguing our clan, making everyone really sick. But we caught her and brought her way out here." The others nod. "She's to be tied here for 5 days without food or water, then cut loose. Been 3 days so far." "But she'll die on her own after that long, with nothing to eat or drink," you say. "That's not on us," the guards respond. "But if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in your way." You consider what to do. Isra, any thoughts? Isra smiles and saunters towards the tied woman. She says a few quiet words to the prisoner and looks her over before returning. "My suggestion," she says, "burn her to the tree. Burn her and the tree to the ground." I don't like it, but this isn't our concern. "We don't like it either," the guard said. "But thanks for leaving us to it." As the caravan rolls by, the woman screams curses and hexes, leaving most feeling sorry for her or scared. "Easy, boy," a clansman shouts as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the Eastway road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back at Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. "We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south, across the Omsa riverbed. We can head towards Grundar and on west." Trigvi peers around Hawkins' elbow before coming fully into view. "Heading south is questionable. Those people." "Why do you say that?" "Maybe I spent a lot of time there. Plenty of things to eat under logs. There's also people in the bogs." His eyes go wide. "The Scald should hear my rhyme." "But what's wrong with heading south?" "Different way of living. Old ways. Sticks to the mud, and cragsmen are less bothersome." "I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Schwarzbog." Tregford frowns at Ivor. "Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison." He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor. "This is why Varl tend to keep to ourselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trigvi hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We've crossed over into lands most of us have never been. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. Well, we only have 11 clansmen. We need to keep the few remaining clansmen moving. Ivor looks over the incredibly small caravan. He waits for Hakan to walk away before saying anything. It's your responsibility to keep these people alive, you know. There's nothing for you to say. I do know, but we have 11 clansmen. We don't have enough supplies necessarily to feed the fighters. And we have 237 varl, for fuck's sake. Game trail, one of the few gathered hunters says, looking at the beaten path of grass. No telling what we might find down it, but it'll fill our stomachs. Let the hunters hunt. A strong part of you yearns to join them, but there are other tasks to attend to, including discussions with Hakan about the roles of varl and humans in the caravan. 2 hours later, you hear the hunters return with a decent-sized boar. One hunter was also injured, but will recover. What? No supplies? It's raining. That's never good. Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening skies lets loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. Can we rest at these supplies? Like, clansman forage +1. Can we like camp it out? I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Luden says. At least others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowering of the usual quiet yaks indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that lead us to a few paths of solid ground over there. He points while shouting over the yaks. Uneven and bumpy, but easier than this. Stone markers? Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking a path through this place is all I can figure. You would ask Tigver, but he's nowhere around, probably out gathering mushrooms. Could be more trouble. The man looks surprised but shrugged it off. The rain continues and the caravan struggles to keep moving. Someone's son is missing, Ivor says, motioning to a crowd, shouting a boy's name. A man with bleary eyes looks at you and says, He's my only son. He treats his white goat like his best friend. It must have wandered off, and he's out there looking for it. The man looks across the rainy bog. I've got to find my boy. Wait here, Ivor and I will find him. I'll remember to send someone else to you with bad news from now on. Oh, so that was Ivor saying. As the two of you slop through the mud. After a while you see the boy in the distance. He's pulling on a rope leash around the goat's neck. The goat is up to its shoulders in mud. Come on, boy, what's wrong? You hear the child ask the goat. You're sinking, come on, you have to try. You can't move any faster to help, and soon only the goat's head is visible. The boy shouts again, You're my friend! You stupid goat, you're going to die! Tears roll down the boy's face as he sinks up to his neck in the mud. You are ahead of Ivor, but already waist deep and a few yards away. Ivor is up to his knees. Ivor, can you reach them? Just before the goat and boy vanish beneath the surface, Ivor leaps towards the two, creating a huge wave of mud that splashes you. When you clear your face enough to see, Ivor is there with the goat under his arm and the boy clinging to the giant's neck. The children thank Ivor many times on the way back to the caravan, calling him a luck varl. Ivor spits mud and curses. There we go, see? Now it's lightening up. The clansmen and the varl follow you through the worst rain and mud you've experienced. An unfortunate break in sludge through the muck comes from a woman shouting, Get away from there! Who are you? A couple of cragsmen, local Locals in rough spun clothing that almost blends into the bog jump back from the supply cart and brandish weapons. The roar of bears and other cragsmen come from around you. Up, looks like it's a fight. Alright. Nope. Yeah, of course, Rook. Where are you, Ivor? There you are, you little bastard. La 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 la. See, Hogan's still here. Why that? Hogan's there, but whatever. Let's see. I mean, Moger is decent. I like the spear guys. They tend to do good. And then, should I do Ivan? Ivan can hit people from a distance, so yeah, he can do there. That old bastard. Damn, I hit him hard. Damn, they're hitting the prince hard as fuck, yo. No, actually attack him, man. Shit, they hit hard. I wasn't expecting them to hit that hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, Ivan, don't be a pansy about it. Right, Ivan's dead. And the prince is dead. Jesus. That's why the Varl are the fucking bomb. There we go, look at that. That's why you have to have Varl. That's why. Yeah, that's right. Your renown grows, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. Give me that. Give me that renown.
Baldringer's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
I don't know. That's kind of cool. Like it's like a petrified tree, but it looks like fire. Oh, the Varl don't like it. Okay. Placed upside down in the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach towards the sky. All the Varl, including Ivor and Håkon, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Oh yeah, what do you know about Baldringer? Not much, but enough, the Skald says. These flames symbolize Baldringer's love of fire and war. The first being a means to the second. When the Varl were dominating humans in the first great conflict, it was Baldringer who gave the losing side fire to combat the giants. You hold up your hand to halt the storyteller, listening through the rain for anything that might be following you. Hearing nothing, Alio resumes, holding the gaze of his audience. Humans praised Baldringer for the gift of fire, but the gods only desired more war. He points towards the distant shapes of the Varl. When the giants and the humans found peace, this godstone fell from grace. It looks to continue keeping the land scorched. Perhaps its shadow can still kill. Let's leave this place. Something about this uncomfortable rainy setting doesn't sit well with you, and you call for everyone to rejoin the Varl quickly. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand how that doesn't make you feel good. But yay! The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gust and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says, his tone conveying wonder and concern in equal measure. Alright, well now we're going to get to Grundar. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the Yaks to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Håkon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the looks you give him. Which is true. I mean, this is very pretty, I like it.
Almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
Hopefully, and they don't attack us. In a field just outside of Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. I don't believe it! Are those... Two Horseborn hold simple bronze weapons to stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Odd, don't. This could get ugly. Maybe, but I've dreamed about meeting Horseborn since I was a girl. Oldlef walks slowly towards the strangers and you follow, showing no sign of aggression. Cool, they're like centaurs. That's awesome. They study you, but continue glancing around at the caravan, occasionally swishing their tails or tamping the ground with their hooves. Oh, can they join our caravan? I'm Oldlef. This is Rook. We're here to help if you'd like. The male's tail swishes. Wow, they're interesting. Scathatch? You... help? His voice sounded strained, and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help! Oldlef steps aside as you wave to Ivan for help. The female looks agitated and speaks in a long stream of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help, Roach, and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing Horseborn steps aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. Oh, this is kind of cool. We're gonna get some. We can get some freaking Centaurs. Oh, that's awesome. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded, Roach and other Horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvest festival, but the merchants don't seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the Horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. Alright. Is there like a market, or do I have to talk to... Rest, Heroes Market. Let us do some shopping. Let us get 14 days worth. I think that's fair. 2 weeks worth. And then heroes. Can we upgrade somebody? Can we upgrade some people? Yes, we can. Who should I upgrade, though? Wait, why wasn't Moger in the last fight that I had? No, why is Haken out? What the hell? What happened to my group? No, Moger, I'm sorry, you're gone. Who do I have that's like... Okay, so these guys are all Trace. Ooh! Ooh, we got the horse people! We got 3 horse people. Yeah! I like that. I like it. Alright, Eric, let's get you going. Let's level you up some. Promote. Continue. Actually, I don't really use these guys, so I should just level up the guys that I normally use. I want to see what you guys are like. What are you? Horseborn Telu? What are you? A duty-bound trader dedicated to his herd. Scathatch is more trusting of strangers than the majority of his kind. While most humans think of Horseborn as a myth, Scathatch has interacted with the Cragsborn of the southern bogs often enough to temper his fears. Wow, it's interesting. And then Roech, he's also a 2. And then she's like Contref. Interesting. Maybe give them a shot in a fight at some point. See how that goes. Okay. I was supposed to level people up, but fuck it. Let's continue on with the story a little bit. Alright, let's talk to the horse person. Scathatch. Thanks. You glance at Ubun, who snorts and smiles. Scathatch is... Sorry. Scathatch. I can't even do the voice anymore. Scathatch is thanking you for helping his friend, Royak. Didri is the other one, but she's not in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like to meet... Oh. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Haken. Scathatch's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Haken. Val man's same herd? No. But we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen Horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans of Varl were at each other's throats. What happened to Roech? Roech, brave fighter. Protect food. Hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Scathatch says many things in his other language. That's my best attempt at that. His eyes go wide, he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a man, I'm losing the voice. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Scathatch looks where Haken is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Varl King eyes Scathatch suspiciously. How do you know our language? Scathatch just stares at you. You talk like us. Where'd you learn? Heard, like trade with, mans and mud. I think he means our bog friends, the Cragsmen. What brings you so far north? Ooh, excuse me. What brings you so far north? Scathatch looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Dalaland and Grut. Food. Our planes break. Haken snorts. Might be justice. Then they kill all the horses? Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes. But blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years ago before they were alive? You may as well accuse these humans around us for starting a great war. Does that mean all Horseborn have come north? Many. Not all. Not all herds, same. Herds fight herds. Many fights. Sounds like no one likes the Horseborn. Not even themselves. Ubin gives Haken a sideways look. Others take food south to us herd. His hoof scruffed the ground during the current words. Just those two? What about you and the couple? Scathatch, Roach, Dudriu say, stay. The herd help. We help this herd. Thank you. Scathatch nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. Man, Varl, Horseborn. Same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles as the group separates. Cool, now we got the Horseborn with us. Alright, Hogan, since your brother Mogan left, the blonde axeman, one of the two twins from the small village near Skogar, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous, because he's pissed, I'm sure. Hogan, everything okay? He glares at you. Where's your brother Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I shouldn't have done the same. Why is that? I've been following your lead for a long time now. And for what? My brother's gone. My wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them that this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them. But if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? What do you want to do? I'm torn. I think it's good for me to be out there fighting. Makes me feel alive, like I'm doing something. But I know why my wife worries. Her father was consumed with raiding, felt useless when he wasn't fighting. He died soon after she was born. Depths. You make big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Be with your family. Hogan sighs with relief and nods. I'll still be around, but I'll be busy playing with my kids. You're a good man, Rook. I'll take that. I'll take that. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the rings on his fingers over and over, Ezra quietly standing nearby. Glad to be heading home? Luden turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Bolverk. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor, and Ezra are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. What do you plan to do with this understanding? If we make it to Aberang without being slaughtered by Dredge, when we make it, I'll talk to the king about my ideas for sharing information. Advisors learning from craftsmen, craftsmen learning from advisors. You've never seen the prince this animated, but then his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Ezra will agree. My father's not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man. Has to be. But his son is his weakness. Can you tell me about King Meinhof? I suppose. But there's not much to him. He's a king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. Elet said that about me at times. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my idea on treating with commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. Perhaps you're right. Just keep an open mind about your father, the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Luden and Ezra walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? Do you believe half the nonsense you say? I think I sounded really wise just then. It sounded like you've been practicing it for a while. That's fair. I'll work on it. The two of you share a smile before moving on. Alright, I think I'm going to end this part here. This one has been mainly a story-filled episode, but that's fine. I feel like it might start picking up, and I'm excited to use those horse people, the Horseborn. Yeah, those Centaurs. They look badass. I'm curious how they handle in a fight, what they're like. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. If you guys want to tell me how I'm doing, how I can improve the channel, how can I make better quality content for you guys to enjoy, please leave me a comment in the section below. And as always, if you don't ever want to miss an episode, please hit that subscriber button. It helps a lot. You guys have been awesome. I continue to get a steady stream of subscribers. It's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. And if you have any friends or family or people you might know who you think might enjoy my videos, please be so kind as to share it with them. I truly appreciate the effort that you guys put in sharing and in talking to me and stuff like that. I will continue to try to equal that effort as it comes to making content. So again, thank you so much, and look forward for the next part coming up Wednesday morning. But thank you guys again, and I thank you guys wait all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. So I'll see you guys next time. As always, stay enthusiastic, my friends. Bye-bye.